Welcome. Welcome. Today there's a request for diving into the need for predictability, wanting to be able to know what's going to happen, calling California psychics, being able to read the future, being able to have some idea of whether the rent's going to be paid, whether your kids are going to be okay, whether there's going to be food on the table, in your mouth, in your belly. Whether there's going to be hurricanes, thunderstorms, or whether it's going to be a sunny day and it'll be easier to be outside. Who doesn't love the weather forecast, right? Some people don't because they don't believe it. They get disappointed. And for me, predictability is sometimes really, really important. It's really helpful if I know if anybody's going to show up for an NVC class that I'm offering. No one's signed up. Maybe no one's going to come. That kind of thing. Wanting to know what's going to happen. I think everybody understands that. Everybody knows that on a really deep level how enjoyable predictability is. And I have to share that being the mother of somebody that had a drug problem, well, actually, I had more of a problem with them than they did, to be honest. But the predictability it can drive you crazy when your kids have dangerous behavior and you don't know whether the next phone call is going to be from a coroner or them asking for money, or you don't know. And I had one mother say, "I just wish he'd die and it just be over." And I wanted to reassure the mother that if they do die, it won't be over. It doesn't end. It doesn't end. That wanting predictability, wanting still to know that you did the right thing, that you are enough as you are, that you can't control another human being, that their behavior is not up to you. And that lack of predictability is the need for safety. We want to be safe. I connect it with the need for safety. Wanting to feel safe, wanting our loved ones to be safe, wanting the country, for God's sake, to be safe. And leaning into that discomfort, not shying away from it, really looking at it with eyes wide open, being with it, feeling it in your body, down to your core. What is that? How is that? What are the needs pointing to? What? I didn't say that in the way that I wanted. What are these body sensations pointing to? Am I more safe in letting go? Is it even more predictable, accepting what is in each breath, in each moment? And it's not the answer. I'm not saying this is what we should feel, this is what we should do. It's just a matter of exploring. There's a need for safety in this hand, and then there's a need of freedom in the other. Freedom. What does it feel like to feel free? To be able to accept life on life's terms. To be able to accept the people in our world as they are. And each moment that they're different people around us. We don't like being put in a box, but God knows I got to get to know people all over again that I haven't seen in a day. Things happen, they change, they're different. I can't predict how they're going to be. I mean, in some ways I can, I can be snarky and say, well, I can predict that they'll disappoint me, right? And can I just open myself up that their weather will change and it will be maybe even different than the forecast, right? Is it going to be different? I don't know. I don't know. And is there, as we all, I don't know, maybe I'm not crazy about mysteries, but a lot of people like reading mysteries. That excitement of not knowing, that excitement of trying to figure stuff out. Can we treat life like a mystery book? I wonder what's going to happen. Are things going to turn out in the end? Are things going to turn out the way I wanted in the end, I guess? And it will probably be different than I imagine it. You can predict that. I can predict that I will die and everyone that I love will die and I will lose everything I love. That's one of these very predictable facts. And how does that predictability energize my life in this moment? How does that give me more life energy? And that in this moment, I am alive. In this moment, there's people that I can leave voicemail messages for and let them know how much I love and appreciate them. And in this moment, I don't know. But what I do know is that I can take another breath right now and I can look around and be curious. And let go a little bit on my grip of my need for safety. Be a little more courageous, a little more vulnerable. And honor myself when I want predictability, that I long for it, that I ache for it. Of course you have the need for predictability. Let me hold your hand and be with you with that. very much.